Hey guys, it's moonmothgoddess. Welcome back to the channel. If you're returning, welcome. If you're new, please consider subscribing for those of you that have not done so already. And if this pick a card reading does resonate for you today, please feel free to check out the pick a card playlist that I do have created for you guys that is filled with other pick a card readings. For those of you that are wanting to book a private reading, I do have my email down below in the description box where you can send me an email and I will provide you on more information on booking readings with me. For those of you that are feeling generous and want to donate to the channel, I do have my PayPal, my Cash App, and my Amazon wish list. For those of you that are wanting to send in a tarot or an oracle deck for me to use for our future pick a card readings. For those of you that have recently been donated, I truly appreciate you guys so much for your kindness, your generosity, and all of the love and the support that each and every one of you bring to our ever-growing little family here. So today's pick a card reading, we are switching it up a little bit, and we're going to do something that is focused on the self. So our reading today, we are asking Spirit, what is the most important thing that we need to focus on in our life at this time? So we are going to do 5 piles today. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, that is perfectly okay. You may have messages in multiple piles. If you want to listen to all 5, that is also okay as well. Go with whatever your intuition is guiding you to do at this time. So once again, our question is, what is the most important thing that we need to focus on in our life at this time? So pile number 1 is going to be this little piece of blue howlite for pile number 1 with the blue howlite. Pile number 2, you are going to be this bloodstone for pile number 2. Pile number 3, you are going to be this crystal here, and I'm not sure what the name of it is, but it's a very light, super light greenish color for pile 3. And then pile number 4, you are going to be the malachite for pile 4. Pile number 5, you are going to be this dark blue. It almost looks like sodalite. It may be sodalite. I'm not sure. Kind of like a bluish color here for pile number 5. So what is the most important thing in your life at this time that you are needing to focus on? This could be anything having to do with love, career, your spiritual path. We'll just kind of leave it open for Spirit for whatever does come through. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4, pile 5. Pause the video if you need more time, and I will see you at your reading. Hi, pile 1. So for those of you that resonated with the blue howlite, this is going to be your reading today, and we are asking Spirit, what is the most important thing that you are needing to focus on in your life at this time? So we are going to get started with your tarot, and then we will look at your oracle messages as well. I just want to get these tarot cards out for you first. So we have the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We also have the Chariot, Cancerian energy. We have the Empress. We also have Justice. And then we have the Three of Cups. And then we also have the Queen of Cups. So let's see if we can get all of these to fit in here. Okay. So we also have Taurus, Libra, and then Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces energy. So now let's take a look at your oracle cards and see what these have. So we have Beyond the Ordinary with card number 45. We also have card number 14 with Passion. We have card number 22 with the Owl and the Hop with Wisdom. And then we also have the card Fixed, which is the zodiac signs of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, with stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. We also have card number 20 with Belladonna. And then we have card number, 15 with the Teacher. Okay. And there is a message on the back of this card that we will take a look at once we get into that message. So what is the most important thing that Spirit is wanting you to focus on at this time in your life? Now, with your tarot, I am seeing some very, very intuitive, very powerful, very confident energy within your tarot cards. Where should we start? We can start with the Empress here. Okay, so with the Empress energy, I feel like this is that Spirit is wanting you to continue to focus on your feminine energy, regardless of what gender you are. We all have a feminine and a masculine energy within. It's part of that balance, the yin yang. So the feminine energy within the self, the Empress energy, is an energy of unconditional love. This is of fertility, creation, growth, manifestation, abundance, and about tuning into your creative energy and what it is that you are focusing your energy towards, manifesting and bringing whatever inspiration that you have, you are bringing this to life. Okay. So if you are not someone who, really allows yourself to be open, to be receptive, allow for vulnerability, the Empress is also this mother energy. So this can be for some of you healing a mother wound, if you do have a mother wound. And that could be, if you have gone through some really difficult, challenging upbringing with a mother or mother figure in your life. It can also be about you tuning into that energy from within the self and working on your self-confidence, working on knowing what your value is, what your worth is, the confidence level within yourself, feeling that beauty as something that is radiating from the inside outward. And that can be self-love, through self-care. And self-love and self-care doesn't always just have to be, like say going and getting your nails done, getting a massage, or that can be you spending time for yourself and giving back to yourself in the way that you give your time and energy to others, but to also remember to give that time to yourself. And that could be, like I said, spending time alone, meditating. It could be journaling. It could be that you are setting certain boundaries with loved ones or with friends, and just kind of giving back time to yourself. And that could be spending time to cook yourself a meal, to prepare yourself something, and just kind of putting that energy towards yourself. If you feel like you have any emotional blockages, like there is a lot of repressed feelings or emotions, traumas that you may have even gone through, this can even go into reparenting the self, mothering the self, nurturing the self. Okay. With the Justice energy, this is going to be about finding balance within your life. Okay, using logic, intuition, and really what your heart is calling you or leading you to do. You do have this very empowered energy here of the King of Wands, which is a masculine energy, being that it is a king. And this is really the king within the tarot is really a becoming a master of something. So with the Wands energy, this is becoming a master of your passions, your desires, your dreams, your goals, and moving beyond the illusion of obstacle and adversity, and being able to kind of put forth the power, the energy, the passion, the driving force within you to lead yourself towards success. And we're also seeing the Chariot energy here as well. And the Chariot is also this energy of balance. And so I'm noticing that you do have a feminine energy here, a masculine energy here with the King. Justice is about balance. Chariot energy is about balance as well. And so I'm feeling with the Chariot energy here, this is also you balancing out both the feminine, the masculine, the light and the shadow energies within you. Okay. And the Chariot is about willpower and determination, and about us putting forth that energy into our personal or spiritual kind of vehicle, if you will, being our body, our spirit, our soul, and bringing ourselves into alignment, mind, body, and spirit, and allowing us to be that energy that leads us forward. And I'm also noticing that he has this star right on the top of his head. And so this is with you moving forward from a place of hope and of faith and of trust on your path, and where it is leading you towards, and for you to not give up on, and I feel like because of the energy that has come through, that you guys are very on it, like very on it, on your path. And I feel like if you're feeling that way, that this is for you to continue to feel confident in your path moving forward. I'm noticing you also have the Queen of Cups energy here as well. And the Queen of Cups is about emotional stability. Okay, emotional stability. And also using our intuition, and about healing, compassion, empathy, unconditional love, that we're seeing both the Empress and also the Queen of Cups. Okay. So this is using your intuition, I feel like, in how you're being led forward with that King of Wands energy. The King of Wands being that pursuit of passions, dreams, desires, goals, and confidence. And it's also a very much a leadership type of mentality. So this is for you to kind of take an active role in how you are leading your life moving forward, and understanding that you have the power to create with this Empress energy. And I feel like your spirit is wanting you to tap into your creative abilities, your intuitive abilities in what it is that you are creating moving forward. Okay, some of you with the Queen of Cups energy here, I feel are natural born healers, and may even feel drawn to professions in which allow you to heal through your it could be through art, through singing, through dance, through poetry, through writing, any creative form of expression, and also maybe even using gifts of your intuition, that you may find helping others as well. The King of Wands energy is very much, like I said, a leader. So it could be that you are someone who has aspirations to start your own business, or with the Justice energy here, it can even be that you are someone who believes in truth, in honesty, in fairness, in balance within the world, or even within your personal life. So it could be about you having enough confidence, I feel like, to make decisions, and to also weigh your options with decisions that you are faced with. I am noticing you also have the Three of Cups energy here as well. And Three of Cups is about joy and happiness, and fulfillment that you find in connecting with others. So it can be allowing people in. For those of you that may feel a tendency to kind of push other people away, the Three of Cups is about having support, and that can be through friends, through family, through coworkers, and really about you making those connections with other people. It may even be other like-minded people that offer support or guidance to you along your path. Okay, so looking at your oracle cards here, we can go straight to this energy of Belladonna. Okay, and Belladonna, with this message here, card number 20, this is really a message of us understanding that there may be certain people that do come into your life that are going to offer you support even in those times when you may be going through some very challenging and difficult situations in your life. And for some of you that have chosen this pile, you may have found yourself in situations where friends were not always very supportive. You may have lost a lot of friends along your path. And with that Belladonna energy, this is just a reminder that there may be certain people that may feel drawn to you, or that you may feel drawn towards, that may have some very valuable experience that they can share, or experiences that you may even be able to share as you find yourself drawn to certain people that are like-minded. So with that Belladonna message, I feel like it's for something that you're needing to focus on is to take notice of the people that the universe is kind of guiding into your life, and come from a place of openness and of receptivity, as that Empress, with compassion and with empathy towards people, because they could be those that are wanting to come into your life to provide the support that maybe that you are needing at this time and may not even realize it. Or it could be that you are that person who is providing support to someone who may need that support from you. So this really is about important people, important connections, and trusting more, I feel like, especially if trust has been broken by family members or friends in the past. But this is for you to understand that you will have opportunity to meet and connect with people who are going to add value into your life, and who will essentially have your back and be there as someone that you can count on. So just have an awareness of that as well. I'm also noticing that there is this card here of passion that is also coming in right underneath this King of Wands. And with the number 14 here, and before we get into that, I'm noticing this is the Belladonna is the number 20, so that reduces to a number 2, and 2 is, again, about balance. Okay, so finding balance, and that could be making more time to allow friends in, or to make more time to make new friends for your life. So going back into this passion energy here, and the number 14 reduces to a number 5, and the 5s are relating to, any type of conflict or challenge that you may be faced with in your life. And with this energy here, I'm seeing a lot of butterflies that are kind of circling around this person's eye. And I'm noticing that there's also this water, which to me is the release. And through that release of emotions that you may feel in those times of challenge, or when you're feeling challenged yourself, or even find yourself in challenging situations with other people, that you are able to kind of release those feelings, those emotions that are connected to that challenge that you are facing. And I'm with the butterflies kind of circling around. To me, that is a lot of transmutation of that energy of taking that conflict, that adversity that you may be facing, and transmuting it into something very powerful for yourself. Almost like this challenge becomes the driving force behind the inspiration and the drive that you find. Almost like if you can picture yourself where you may have, say, friends or family members or even romantic partners, depending on what your connections are like, that may say something to you that may, maybe when people doubt you and they feel like, oh, well, they'll never be successful at that, or they'll never get that done. And it's kind of like, it kind of, you can either take that as something to allow to create a wound within you, or you can allow it to be something that empowers you even more, that you're just like, you know what, I don't really care what you think, what you say. I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling purposeful. I'm feeling led by spirit. I'm feeling led by my intuition, and I'm going to turn this energy into my superpower, and I'm going to allow that to be and become that driving force to make me pursue my passion or my dream with so much force that I can envision myself as being successful. So I'm feeling that this is really spirit wanting you, yes, to focus on your passions, but also to keep up, I feel like, almost that momentum as well that comes along with the Chariot. It's all of you balancing out your energy and kind of using that, kind of like, I like to think of the Chariot as like the engine's going in a car and you're at the stoplight and you're ready to go. You have to be, at a place at a certain time, and you just feel all of this energy, at that stoplight in that vehicle. And you're just kind of wanting to go. So I feel like that's kind of the energy that spirit is wanting you to embody, is to kind of gather up all of your force, all of your strength, all of your power, to allow that to be this force that is leading you forward. So I think it's really beautiful energy here with that, and just kind of releasing anything that does not serve, anything that is not in alignment with you, and moving beyond that, balancing out that energy, releasing that which does not serve. And then we're also seeing card number 45 here with Beyond the Ordinary. Okay. And with this message here, this card is about not needing to know all the answers and to have every single thing mapped out, figured out. And sometimes we have a tendency to over intellectualize things, where we feel like we need to understand all the moving parts. We need to understand how we're getting from point A to point B. And I feel like this message here is for you to really understand that we don't need to know all the answers. And sometimes we want to like open a book, we want to read tarot for ourselves, and we want to ask questions, and we have to find all the answers. And really this message is for you to trust in the invisible, trust in the great mystery, trust in the things that cannot be known in advance, and for you to have an awareness that everything is as it should be, and that you are on the right path, and learn to trust that. Learn to trust where your intuition is guiding you to. And when you kind of feel that energy of like feeling out of balance and feeling like, I don't know where I'm going, I don't know what I'm doing, I feel like you don't have all the answers, or you can't see that light at the end of the tunnel yet. This energy is for you to really keep going, keep trusting what your intuition is really telling you to do. And being that you do have the Empress here and the Queen of Cups, these are very, very intuitive energies. So I also feel for those of you that chose this pile, you are incredibly intuitive. And this is for you to really kind of trust in yourself more, that you are on the right path. Just keep going, keep doing what you're doing. And I'm also seeing this fixed energy here with Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. And it says stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. Okay? So you're using, yes, this firepower energy here with the King of Wands, these creative abilities, manifestation abilities, to bring forth this energy of manifestation and power and confidence, and creativity as well with the King of Wands. But this is really Spirit wanting you to focus on keeping up that momentum, that stable energy that comes about with, you know, all of your passion, and about learning, like I said, to trust what your intuition is guiding you to do at this time. Okay. Also about you kind of clarifying what your intentions are and remaining patient with who you are becoming and continuing to move forward. Even if there are certain things, like I said, that come up in your life here with certain challenges, this is also about you releasing control, that we're kind of going back into this message here, releasing control, right? Not trying to have all the answers, not trying to feel like you have to control every single step of the way and know all of the answers along your path. But just remember that your spirit guides are helping to lead you, helping to guide you, ancestors. And just kind of pay attention to the signs, the synchronicities, and the way in which the universe is communicating with you. So this is really for you to have more trust in yourself, in your intuition, along your path. Keep following your passions. Keep up that forward momentum, that drive, that energy. And know that there are others, like I said, who could be coming into your life to offer support, or this is a need for you to, when you feel like you need help, or you're not afraid to ask for it. You're not afraid to talk to and communicate with other people that may be able to give you some type of guidance along your path. Be open to receiving it, wherever that guidance may come from, whether it is a friend, a coworker, a family member. Be open to learning, to taking in new information, so that it is, you are able to kind of balance out, weigh things out with the justice energy there. Okay. I'm also noticing that you have the owl and the hop here with wisdom. And then you also have the teacher here as well. So some of you may be very, very wise, very wise in the things that you have really learned, and have become a part of along your own path, along your own journey. And so with that energy of wisdom, I feel like some of you may even be called to teach. And we have the teacher energy here. And I'm noticing that this is number 15, which is the devil energy in the tarot. And the devil energy can be very positive, and it can also be looked at as a very negative card as well. But with the positive aspect of the devil energy is your desire to move towards your passion. And I feel like for some of you, you may even feel a passion, a desire towards teaching, towards teaching others, because we have that King of Wands energy here, like I said, is a leader, right? A trailblazer with that King of Wands. So you could be the person who feels very drawn to help others, lead others. And some of you, like I said, could be called to teach. And so if you have that desire that's pulling you forward, I feel like Spirit is also, first off, wanting you to focus on doing that. If you feel called to share your knowledge, your wisdom with what you've already learned along your path, encouraging you to do so. With the number 15 as well, as it relates to the devil, it can also be releasing fear, releasing any limitations, things that are holding you back, vices, addictions, any attachments that you may have to the old self, the old ways of thinking, the old ways of doing, as well, so that you can really step up and move forward. The number 15 also reduces to a number 6. And with that, to me, it's also after you have this challenge that comes into your life, you're kind of regaining a sense of stability, right? You're regaining a sense of stability, and you continue to put out the effort, the intention, the focus, and know that even though you may come to times in your life where you are working and working and working, and you are not yet seeing the fruits of your labor, that this is Spirit letting you know, we don't have to know all the answers. We don't have to see everything as it is unfolding. Just trust that it is. Trust that things are falling into place with that energy. So going back into this all in the owl and the hop, I'm actually wanting to kind of read what the message says for this little Sweet little deck in the tarot. So I'm going to look at that one and see where that is. That is card number 22. So let's see. We have the owl and the hop. And it says owls are closely associated with Athena, the Greek goddess of wisdom. Known for their nocturnal vision, owls represent knowledge and erudition. I don't even know what that word is, erudition, with a hint of mystery. The hop is an impressive plant able to climb up to 20 feet in a single growing season. Combined, the pair indicates spiritual and intellectual fulfillment. Okay? Spiritual and intellectual fulfillment. And it says, you have come to the end of a long journey. Relish in your achievement, taking deep, satisfying breaths. Okay? And then we have a little question here, and it says, am I content? If I've reached a state of fulfillment, am I willing to humble myself and try something new? Okay? So, I love that. This pair indicates spiritual and intellectual fulfillment. Okay? So, to me, there's just so much beautiful energy that is coming through in this pile. So I almost feel like if that the spirit is saying, if you continue to kind of keep up this energy, this momentum, this driving force that you have, the desire, that you will find yourself where you feel spiritually and intellectually fulfilled by your achievements, your accomplishments, your dreams, your desires, your creative ideas, inspiration, also from healing the feminine energy. Right? Healing the feminine energy. So let's look at what, and I'm noticing you have a little owl here as well. Okay? So let's see what this teacher energy says. And it says, you would do well to read more and otherwise learn about those who have worked diligently to attain what you seek and succeeded. So for some of you, if you feel let's just say some type of inspiration, say from another person, another person has attained in their life, some type of success, something that you were also wanting for yourself. This can also, like I said, be open to learning. The people that come into your life that are offering support, mentorship, guidance. And this can be about you not only being the teacher, but you're also a student. Right? We don't have all the answers. We don't know all the answers. So this is you taking on the role of both the student and the teacher. You are continuing to keep yourself open and receptive to learning new things, trying new things, being inspired by new things. And sure, you may, from some of the mastery that you have attained in your life, be able to teach and lead others, but don't be afraid of learning a new skill. And about sharing what you've learned and also being open to taking in that new information, which can help to further you along your path. Okay, so really, really beautiful energy here. And I feel like that is where Spirit is really wanting you to focus on this time is that passion, that desire, the goals that you have. And also if there are any people around you that are not being supportive, right? Friends, family members, romantic partners, if that is a thing, for you to take some time to think about what things are needing to be removed. Okay, so let's get some last guidance for you for pile number 1. The most important things or thing you are needing to focus on at this time for pile number 1. Most important that you are needing to focus on at this time. We have the crumbling here, and it says, what are you clinging on to? Okay, so for some of you, this can be old patterns of behavior, self-limiting beliefs, situations, jobs, relationships, connections that are no longer in alignment. Okay, to me, this looks very, very tower energy in the tarot. Okay, very tower energy in this can be, recognizing what about myself, what about my belief system, what about my self-esteem, my sense of worth, worthiness, to success, or to love, or to anything else in your life. What is blocking you, right? That number 15, like I said, as it relates to the devil in the tarot. So what attachments do I have to a specific outcome or to a specific situation, a specific person, right? We're releasing control here is what Spirit is wanting you to focus on. So let's get a couple more. We also have the blue flame, and it says spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. So some of you may have had a spiritual awakening. Some of you may have not. Okay. If you have been someone who has, and I feel like for the most part, those of you that chose this pile have, being that we do have the Queen of Cups here, the Empress here. For those of you that have had a spiritual awakening, really depending on where you're at in your awakening process, this is Spirit saying that for some of you, it could be integration time. What does that mean? When you go through the awakening process, you are expanding your consciousness. You are learning about the oneness with the collective, with the universe, with the plants, with the trees, with the animals, with your everyone, how we're all connected, right? And so when you're going through that awakening process, there is many different downloads that Spirit gives to you so that you have this expanded awareness of how the universe works and how manifestation works and how we can learn to let go of belief systems, right? There's so much that you learn from that process. And once you are kind of like being activated and going through that, there is also what I like to call waking from being woke. Because when you first go into your spiritual awakening, you feel like, oh my goodness, what is happening? What is happening here? What is happening to me? Am I crazy? And there is a stage after that. And it's kind of like when you go through your awakening process, you're kind of like lifted up in a way to kind of see that separation between the 3D and also the 4D and 5D energies. Okay. So after you have, you kind of have like this, I don't even know what you would properly call it, what the lingo is it for, but you kind of are brought back down into, say, the 3D, 4D, but with all of that knowledge, all of that new awareness that you have. So I like to call it waking from being woke, because after the woke stage, you wake from that stage, and it's kind of like you're now back in 3D reality and you understand and see the world in a very different way. So that integration time for those of you that have had an awakening is going to be you integrating what you have learned through that process of awakening with where you're at right now, right? You start to use the new tools that you have, okay? For others of you with the spontaneous awakening here, this could be Spirit telling you that you could very well be on the verge of a spiritual awakening, especially with this very tower looking energy here, right? It could be that you are maybe going through a spontaneous awakening, right? That may not necessarily have to do with a specific twin flame counterpart, because we are all waking up collectively, and it is not always because of a twin flame situation. We're all waking up. So some of you may go through a spontaneous awakening in which you are, learning so much more about yourself, discovering so much more about who you are, why you're here, what your mission is. So it's kind of like this beautiful energy that Spirit is kind of igniting within you, going through this unlearning process of the 3D, the matrix, the conformity, the ideals of society. You're kind of unlearning all of this stuff, and you're learning about your choices, your decisions, and not having to, fall in line with something that is no longer in alignment with you, no longer makes sense, no longer works, right? We also have deep cellular healing here with Arcturus energy, and it says physical and emotional healing. Okay, so this can also be Spirit wanting you to continue to focus on your healing, focus on aligning yourself with what resonates for you and letting go of what does not. And some of that physical and emotional healing that you're doing, you know, it could be physically healing the body, emotionally healing from the inside out, any of those inner childhood wounds, any wounds from any traumas or any situations that you've gone through in life, and also the physical body, right? You could be paying more attention, taking more care of your body, watching the food that you eat, preparing yourself meals instead of takeaway food or takeout food, and maybe exercise, walking, going outside and getting some fresh air, right? So this is kind of like you are taking care of the self from the inside out, right? From the inside out. There's also, like I said, a lot of this release and transformation here as well, which is beautiful. It's kind of like you are going through this beautiful rebirth process, and you may feel a little bit confused along your path because as you kind of let go of the layers that no longer fit, you are left with this new version of you that still don't quite understand. You're still learning so many new things that you're replacing with the old that no longer fit, your old shell, your old self. And as your vibration changes, you will notice that there will be some people that no longer resonate, that no longer, the vibration is no longer the same. And it's not necessarily because, your vibration is different. And those friends may, or family members even, may match your old vibration, right? Your old self, the old version, your old vibration of the self. So when you look back in this new vibration and you look at friends, you may say, wow, I no longer resonate with this person anymore. I no longer feel drawn to hang out with them. And it's not because they're, bad or that they're, something may be wrong, depending on what the situation is, of course. But it's because you've outgrown that old vibration of yourself, that you've now become into this new higher vibrational energy. As you are continuing to heal, right, you're going to notice those changes taking place from both the inside through the outside. So it's this complete rebirth, this complete transformative process that you are going to. So like Spirit is saying, you are the student, but you are also the teacher, right? Because you're integrating what you've learned, but you're also being open to receive more, to learn more. Okay, so I'm going to leave your reading here for you, pile number 1. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 2. So for those of you that resonated with the bloodstone crystal, this is going to be our reading today. And we're asking Spirit, what is the most important thing that you are needing to focus on in your life at this time? So we're going to start off with your tarot. We are going to pull your oracles in just a second. We're going to get these tarot cards out first. So we have the 10 of Wands. We have the Hierophant. We have the Emperor. We have the Queen of Swords. We also have the 2 of Cups. And wow, we have the Hierophant here twice. It is called the High Priest in this deck, but you have it here twice, the Hierophant and the High Priest. So, let's see. Let's put some room here. And we'll put them right next to each other. So, the Hierophant here twice. Interesting. Okay, so let's go into your oracle. Let's get these out here and see what else. We have Healing the Heart with card 23. We have card number 17 with the Cave. We have the Coyote and the Datura with Deceit. We also have House 4 with Cultural and Family Roots, Home, Peace, and Comfort. You also have card number 25 with a daisy. And then you also have card number 7 with the Seeker. And this card does have a message on the back of it, and we will look at that after we kind of go into your messages here. So what is the most important thing that you are needing to focus on? Well, the first thing that's very standout is that you have the Hierophant here twice. Okay, and that is some Taurus energy. We also have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries energy here with the Emperor. Okay. So the Hierophant can represent commitment, traditional type of commitments, relationships, marriages. It can also be about learning, wisdom, knowledge, your belief system, your values, the things that you hold to be true. Okay? And I'm noticing that you also have the Two of Cups energy here as well. So for some of you, this could be a message about a relationship, a commitment that you may have had. And I'm noticing that you do have healing the heart here. So for some of you, it could be healing from a specific relationship that you may have had in the past, okay? Or even presently, something that you're currently dealing with. So I am actually wanting to clarify these energies a little bit, but with the Hierophant, like I said, if this is specifically about a relationship that you have coming to mind that is something that you are healing from, then this could be that Spirit is wanting you to focus on healing from that partnership, that relationship, or that situation that you are dealing with. We also have the Ten of Wands energy here. So the Ten of Wands is about holding on to a lot of baggage, okay? For some of you could be holding on to a lot of baggage from the past. Something that you feel a lot of heaviness, a lot of burden, a lot of stress from that, okay? If it is specifically a relationship, a breakup, or something that you've had, that you're still holding on to all of that energy. And this is going to be Spirit wanting you to focus on letting it go, okay? Letting it go in a sense that you are bringing those feelings to the surface, acknowledging them, processing them, healing them so that you can release them, okay? So I want to clarify, and some of you could be with the Emperor energy here. This can also be talking about a male figure that you do have in your life, a father figure. For some of you, this can also be about you learning specific lessons from the relationships or the connections that you do have. Being that the Two of Cups is here, yes, it can be talking about a romantic partnership, but it can also be a friendship. Okay, it can definitely be a friendship, or it can even be some type of business partnership. Okay, really depending on what your situation is. For those of you where it is a love situation, there may be some lessons that you are meant to learn from that relationship, from that connection. And with the Queen of Swords energy here, it could really be that Spirit is wanting you to focus on healing that energy and also being able to see things clearly in the situation with whoever it is that you're dealing with or have dealt with in the past. For those of you where this is a work thing, that you don't really have anyone romantically in your life right now, and you're more so, say, career focused, that Hierophant energy here could be if you have thought about going to school, you've thought about maybe getting some type of degree, some type of higher education, some type of learning. Okay, and that learning or that going to school may be giving you the tools that you need to be able to take control in a way of future choices, future decisions, planning with the Emperor energy here, planning, taking action, keeping yourself disciplined, focused. Some of you with the Ten of Wands energy here could be very busy, very taking on a lot of projects, a lot of responsibility, keeping yourself accountable, or this could be a need for you to do that for yourself. So some of you, yes, you could literally be going to school, taking classes. For others of you, this could be a need for you to take a look at what your belief system is around life, around love, around career, around yourself. Okay. Sometimes we can have some very self-limiting beliefs, and our ideas can sometimes be very rigid. And so we're needing to kind of open up and really take a look at things and weigh our options very carefully, because the Queen of Swords is also about taking in all the information and about being able to kind of make a decision from a place of neutrality, to be able to kind of focus our energy. So I do want to clarify this energy here and kind of see if we can get a little bit more specific with what Spirit's message is here. So let's start with the Hierophants. Let's see. Why is the Hierophant energy here? Why is the Hierophant here for pile number 2? We have the Five of Wands. Okay, so this Five of Wands is talking about some type of conflict or challenge. And being that the Hierophant is also card number 5, this can be challenging in terms of your commitments, whether to another person or to yourself, because the Five of Wands is challenges, conflict. It's also a very competitive energy of moving beyond those challenges that are there. And sometimes with the Hierophant energy, those challenges could be our belief system. Like I said, the Hierophant is about religion, tradition, morals, values, belief system, higher learning. So however you feel that you are being challenged at this time, versus, it could be an old belief system that you have. You could feel that you're not good enough to do XYZ, or that you're not, you're feeling challenged with finding the romantic partner that you seek. So it's, in a way, it's really Spirit wanting you to kind of step up and challenge, I feel like, for some of you, those belief systems that you still may hold, that may be kind of holding you back, that may be in a sense, kind of weighing you down. Okay, so let's get, I'm actually feeling like I want to use a different deck for this one here. So let's see, just to give it a fair chance. Let's see, why is the Hierophant here? And we have the Eight of Cups. Okay, so we have the Eight of Cups clarifying this Hierophant, and we have the Five of Wands clarifying that Hierophant. So some of you may be kind of in a situation where you are either being challenged with some type of commitment that you have in your life, whether that commitment is to another person, or it could be a commitment within yourself, your own belief system. Some of you with this High Priest or Hierophant energy here, if you are in a marriage, a relationship that you feel, and this would only be confirming something that you already feel from within, okay? If you are in a marriage or in a long-term committed partnership, or having dealing with a person that is bringing about more challenges surrounding commitment, meaning that they are someone who's pushing you away, or somebody who's not giving you the time, the love, the energy that you are deserving of, that Eight of Cups may be a need for you to let go. Okay, the Eight of Cups is about walking away. So whether you are walking away from a specific commitment, whether that commitment is to a career path for yourself, a relationship, a self-limiting belief that you have, so, those of you that chose this pile are going to be in very different situations. Some of you in partnerships that are no longer serving. Some of you could be in dealing with people who are maybe even doing the bare minimum, right? Doing the bare minimum with commitment to you, or they're not putting in the effort. That Eight of Cups can be a need for you to let go and walk away. from something that is not serving, something that is not balanced, okay? Something that is bringing about more challenge, more conflict into your life than anything else. And that Queen of Swords energy would be for you to really see things clearly, right? See things clearly for what they are so that you can really take some time to work on yourself. Find out what it is that you're truly seeking, what it is that you're truly needing or wanting. Now, some of you may even feel a pull away from a specific career. And it could be that maybe that career that you're wanting to, say, move towards is something that is very competitive or very challenging. And at this time, I almost feel like this is Spirit wanting you to let go of a certain belief system or something that could be holding you back. What beliefs are holding you back? How can you challenge those belief systems to really use them in a way to help you to move forward versus kind of keep you stuck or stagnant or blocked? Okay, so let's look at what this Two of Cups energy is here. We have the Lovers. Okay, so for many of you, yes, this could definitely be about a romantic relationship, partnership. For whatever reason, we have the Eight of Cups here. So some of you, this can be letting go, you know, withdrawing your energy even. Some of you with the Lover's energy here and the Emperor could even, and the Hierophant, could be in on the twin flame journey. Okay, some of you may be on the twin flame journey. And if you are, sometimes there can be a lot of focus, a lot of you putting all of your energy towards that person versus yourself, right? Versus yourself. And the twin flame journey is a journey that is meant for your soul's growth, your soul's ascension. And so if you are, I feel like more so for those of you that are in, say, like in separation from this person, from that partner that you know deep down inside, this person is your twin. A major part of the twin flame journey, especially when there is separation, is surrender, is letting go, right? You're letting go. You're pulling back and withdrawing your energy and shifting that focus towards yourself. And that can be an extremely challenging thing to do, but it is not impossible, right? You start to let go of attachment. You start to let go of outcome with that person in your life. So even if that person is not a twin, because we have both the Lovers and the Two of Cups energy here, it could even be, for some of you, a romantic partner who is no longer, you know, putting forth the energy. For some of you, that Lover's energy is also a major life choice, a major life decision that you may be needing to make. And that could be with career. It could be with something that you're feeling feeling guided to for yourself. Okay. So this is Spirit wanting you to focus on whatever that decision is, whatever self-limiting beliefs are kind of challenging you or blocking you at this time, and really take some time to think, what am I learning from this experience right now? What is this person teaching me? What is this situation teaching me? So let's see what this Ten of Wands energy is here. We have the card of Serenity, which is the Hermit. Okay, this card is about you to take a break, take a rest, and that could be taking a break from a relationship, taking a break from the overworking the self. Some of you may feel with that Ten of Wands energy that you've been putting a lot of your energy towards something and you feel on the verge of burnout, of feeling drained in that. And so the Serenity energy or the Hermit energy is an energy of solitude. It is an energy of us seeking out the self-discovery, introspection, contemplation. So for many of you, this can be Spirit wanting you to focus on yourself at this time. In that Hermit energy, we can find enlightenment. We can find a sense of inner peace, of tranquility, of healing, of discovering who we are, right? Instead of looking outside of ourselves, or instead of looking to another person to make us feel whole or complete, we are finding that from within the self. Okay, so let's see what this Emperor energy is here. And then we also have Virgo and Gemini energy here showing up. So what is the Emperor here? We have the Chariot, Cancer. Okay, so for some of you, you could be dealing with a masculine energy here with the Emperor, which could be a husband, it could be a father of your children, it could be a need for healing a father wound. Okay, a need for healing the father wound. With the Chariot energy here, I'm also feeling that this Emperor could also apply to you. And that Emperor energy is about you focusing, keeping yourself disciplined, keeping yourself grounded at this time, and about being able to envision strategy, plan for your forward movement. So some of you, I am feeling it could be about career path, but others of you, I am picking up a love situation here, okay? With the Chariot, this is about willpower, strength, determination, and you kind of finding that balance within your own energy for you to allow for freedom, for movement forward, okay? Let's see why this Queen of Swords energy is here. We have the Ace of Cups, okay? So for some of you, this Ace of Cups is representing healing, okay? New beginnings. This could even be for some of you that this has nothing to do with love. That Ace of Cups is representing new opportunities, new beginnings, new creative ideas, opportunity that is available to you. And with that Queen of Swords energy, this could be you making the decision to move forward. For some of you, letting go of a specific career or job that you're working at and kind of moving towards something else that you're really wanting at this time, and in which case you would be making the decision here maybe to leave a specific career and move on to something that fits, okay? For others of you, I feel like if there is a specific romantic connection that you are still healing from, something that you've had a breakup with, somebody that you have been still holding on to their energy even though that connection may have already been ending, this is Spirit really wanting you to take that time to really heal yourself. Okay, heal yourself with that Ace of Cups energy here as well. So moving on to your oracle messages here, I feel like I'm going to start with the Daisy. The Daisy energy here with this deck is about the loss of a loved one. Okay, and that could be loss in terms of someone has passed, or even that you are grieving the loss of a relationship. There's still a lot of heart-heavy feelings that are there, okay? Now, with that Daisy energy, this is also Spirit's message to you that some of you may be needing to let go, like I said, of a commitment, or someone who may be giving you the bare minimum, breadcrumbing you, not giving you or showing you that they value this connection, or that they're open to this connection at this time. The Daisy energy is this almost like this promise of a new opportunity for love, for connection with someone else, someone who is more in alignment with you. So this is about your openness and receptivity. And the Queen of Swords energy, especially if you're someone who is very hurt or very wounded, you can come across with that Queen of Swords energy as very emotionally guarded, emotionally unavailable. So this can be a need for healing, as we're already seeing the healing heart here. So this is really Spirit wanting you to not so much focus on the past person, the past energy that you're still holding on to. Have the courage enough to be able to free yourself from a specific person or something that you're holding on to, that you're still healing from. Even if it's something that happened 8 years ago, 10 years ago, 4 years ago, 2 months ago, that you're having difficulty with moving on, letting go, especially if that person has let you know, I don't want to be with you. I don't want a relationship. Or for those of you that feel that job is no longer serving you, right? You could look at this Daisy as not having any regrets over letting go of an old career, an old job that no longer fits, but more so look to that Daisy energy as a new opportunity for something new, a new beginning, a new opportunity for something coming into your life. Now, this Coyote and Datura message is going to be very specific with this pile. Okay, so this may not apply to all of you, but this energy here, the coyote and the datura, is about one of you, or it could even be more than one of you that are watching this reading, about someone that is surrounding you. This could be friends, this could be a romantic interest, this could be a family member, coworker, about some type of deceitful person, someone that is deceiving you that is very close, okay? So if you already have kind of like this gut feeling that this person is, something's not right, trust what your intuition is telling you, okay? So I am going to read the message that comes along with this. And it says, in the Victorian language of flowers, datura warns of deceitful charms. It's a beautiful flower, but extremely poisonous, and said to be an ingredient in the salve that allows witches to fly on their broomsticks. Likewise, coyotes are often depicted as tricksters, known for their slyness and cunning. So it says, beware the charming stranger. Before opening up to someone new, consider what they may have to gain from your trust. Okay, so this can be anybody that you have around. It may not necessarily just be a romantic interest. It could be anyone. It could be a coworker, a family member, somebody around you at this time that spirit is wanting you. And this is for those of you that already have this gut feeling that there's something off about this person. There's something off about the situation. This is spirit kind of giving you that little confirmation here to keep your eyes open. Trust what it is that you're feeling about feeling deceived. Or it could even be somebody that you're dealing with, like I said, that is doing the bare minimum, giving you the bare minimum when it comes to commitment. And there's a lot of conflict surrounding your connection with that person, or surrounding moving towards commitment. Okay, so let's see. We have protection here with the cave, and I feel like there is this woman here that's kind of looking down at this little egg that's here, right? So to me, this little egg here is this symbol, kind of reminds me of the Empress, kind of the symbol of fertility, of growth, of creation. And so for some of you, this can be protecting yourself, right? Protecting your own energy, a need for nurturing the self, mothering the self. This can also be for those of you where this is about business or career. That trickster energy here with the deceit could also be if you're thinking of, say, going into business with someone, or that there's someone around you that's trying to steal your ideas, or kind of watching you and stalking you and checking out all your social media pictures, or just kind of wanting to ask questions about every single thing that you do. It could be, watch out for that person. So in that case, this cave could be a need for protecting your ideas, right? Working in silence, not letting everyone know what you're doing, how you're doing it, when it's going to happen. This is keeping all of that information safe. This is also going to be about you protecting yourself, okay? Protecting yourself, your own energy around people who do not have your best interest at heart, okay? And then we also have the healing heart here, so that's kind of a pretty self-explanatory message. This is spirit saying that some of you that have chosen this pile, or maybe all of you that have chosen this pile, are healing, okay? Or this is a need for you to focus on your heart healing at this time, especially if it's having to do with a relationship, romantic connection, regardless if you're with that person right now or not with that person right now, or if it's from a breakup, or if it's from something that you went through from that person. This is spirit wanting you. I'm seeing here with the 8 of Cups and also the 10 of Wands. This is also spirit saying some of you have been under a lot of stress that you're holding on to. And that 8 of Cups is a way for you to, spirit saying, withdraw, pull back. It's time for you to set out and spend some time alone, focusing on the self versus maybe focusing on another person at this time, okay? Because that focus on that other person could be something that is taken away from you, right? Taken away from you. So this healing the heart energy here is going to be a need for you to focus, of course, on healing any of those emotional wounds that are there. any physical wounds or anything else that is kind of going on with you. And this is about you protecting your heart and also working on making healing a priority. Okay, making healing a priority. We also have house number 4 here with cultural and family roots, home, peace, and comfort. So again, we have this little nest here with eggs in it. We have this little nest with eggs in it. That kind of looks like an egg too. But this is you protecting, right? This is a sense of home. This is a sense of stability. Some of you, with the message with this card is maybe a need for nurturing the self, a need for self-love, a need for self-care, a need for healing, a needing for finding balance within the self. Because although the Lovers and the Two of Cups could definitely be about romantic partnerships and someone that you're connected to, the Lovers and the Two of Cups is also about balance. Okay, it's about balance. It's about finding that balance from within the self. The Lovers being the feminine and the masculine energy, and that Two of Cups kind of that same energy. You're finding balance within the self. Okay, you're finding healing. You're taking a look at what belief systems you have. Do they no longer resonate? Get rid of them. It's time to let go. It's time to walk away from those things that are holding you back, those limitations, those self-limiting beliefs, the self-sabotaging thoughts, the obsessive thinking. And it's time to really focus on calm, on peace, with that energy of serenity that comes along with the Hermit. So with this house 4 here, for some of you, if you do have a mother wound, because this nest and the house 4 is connected to family and family roots, this is our upbringing. This is the situations that we've gone through as a child. If we felt abandoned, if we felt neglected, if we felt our emotional needs were not met. This could be for a need for you to focus on healing those familial wounds, parental wounds, mother-father figure, or it can be a need for you to really focus on some inner child healing at this time. It can also be about reflecting back on your childhood. Did you feel safe? Did you feel secure in your environment? If not, and you grew up in an unstable home environment at home, a missing parent, a parent who wasn't present, a parent that was neglectful, a person who did not meet your emotional needs growing up, right? Those belief systems, these values become how we connect with our adult relationships, right? We take these things that we've gone through within our family system and they become a part of us. We feel when we are in new connections because of what I went through as a child, because I felt neglected, because I was abandoned, because I was hurt, any of those things that happen as an inner child affect our adult relationships. We can feel insecure in relationships. We can constantly have, depending on if we felt neglected, we can have a very anxious attachment towards partners where we project a lot of our childhood issues on romantic partners. We get very anxious. We get very clingy. We feel very obsessive because we are craving and wanting to feel loved and connected and a sense of security, a sense of belonging, right? Or we can become, depending on if we've had, like, say, an overbearing parent, someone that was like wanting to control every single thing that we did in it at home, right? We become more of an avoidant attachment style in which we avoid partners. We put our walls up. We put our guards up. Okay. And then there's also a secure attachment as well, where if things were really stable, things were very secure at home, how are we? Are we pretty neutral when it comes to relationships? But being with the energy that has come through here, I'm feeling that you guys would either fall more so into an anxious or avoidant type of situation here, because this is bringing up healing. This is bringing up mothering, nurturing, healing here. So there could be, for some of you that chose this pile, some inner childhood wounds that need attention right now, okay? That need healing. So that you do feel a sense of peace, a sense of stability, a sense of security in what your current belief system is, regardless of what you went through as a child or what you experienced with your adult relationships, right? Those can alter or change our belief system about ourselves, about the way that we connect with other people. Okay, so this is also Spirit wanting you to focus on whatever that may be for you, regardless if it's something that I've mentioned here today. It could be a little bit of homework for you where you take some time to reflect on what you went through as a child. How did you feel? Do you notice any patterns of behavior within yourself that are affecting relationships, that are affecting your belief system, or that are affecting your ability to see yourself as potentially being very successful with your career choices, or knowing when to let go of relationships, of situations, of jobs that no longer fit, so that you can open yourself up into something new. Okay, we also have card number 7 with the Seeker here, and it says the meaning of life is to seek ways to give your life meaning, doing so with gratitude, patience, and compassion for both others and for yourself. Okay, so with the Seeker energy here, the number 7 is connected to the Chariot and the Tarot. Okay, so this is also Spirit wanting you to focus on the things in your life that bring joy, that bring happiness, that bring fulfillment. And for you to realize that you're in control of giving your life purpose, of giving your life meaning. And if there's anyone in your life right now, whether friends, family members, romantic people that you're dealing with, partners, that are not adding value to your life, okay, that are not adding value to your life, that Hierophant can also be looking at where you are putting your time and energy. What are the current commitments that you have, right? Whether a romantic commitment, a friendship commitment, a work commitment, take a look at what those commitments are, what those beliefs that are surrounding those commitments are. Do they fit? Do they resonate? Are they working, or are they creating more conflict, more challenge in your life? Okay, it's now time for you to really kind of take a look with that Queen of Swords energy. Look at things clearly. Take your time, contemplate, meditate, introspection with that Hermit energy. Okay, so let's get some last little bit of guidance for you, pile number 2. With what you are meant to focus on right now at this time. What is your main focus? What is Spirit wanting you to focus on more than anything in your life at this time? So we have no, we have transformation, and we just have one more that fell on the floor. We've got cracked open. So let's look at these. Okay. So we have a no here. Okay, and it says wait, postpone, pause, or say no. Okay, and for some of you, there is maybe some type of path that you are trying to move along, or maybe even a connection, something that Spirit is trying to warn you about. Okay, and this may be that it requires more reflection, more evaluation. So I almost feel like I want to clarify what that could be for some of you. Okay, we also have transformation here, and it says things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. Okay, so this is allowing for your transformation process, allowing for your healing. We also have cracked open here, and it says rock bottom, and it says surrender to the alchemy of life. Okay, so some of you could be in a process where you are at rock bottom right now. You are dealing with a lot of pain, a lot of heartache, a lot of feeling very lost. Okay, and I'm noticing that in this picture here, her outer shell is kind of cracked open, and she is revealing her spiritual self, right? Her authentic self. Okay, so surrendering to the alchemy of life. This is about you, for many of you, kind of going through that rebirth process, the death, the rebirth, and comes along with transformation. So some of you could be trying to move along on your path with some belief systems or even connections, people surrounding you that are not meant to come with you, okay? That are not meant to come with you along this part of your path, this part along your journey. And you may be trying to hold on to something that you're not meant to align with at this time, okay? So the surrender to the alchemy of life is for you to let go and release with that 8 of Cups. And that could be addictions, vices, situations, jobs, relationships, anything that does not fit any longer. This is you going through this process where Spirit is saying at this point, this new person that you're becoming may not necessarily align with the people that are surrounding you at this time. There are going to be people that are removed from your life, and trust that it is for a reason. Okay? With that daisy energy here, like I said, some of you could be dealing with grief or sadness or loss. Okay? Some type of loss, whether that is, yes, that there has been someone that has recently passed away, or that you are literally grieving the loss of a partner, a loved one, someone special to you, or that you are grieving the loss of a friendship, a relationship that is no longer, right? A breakup, a separation between you and this person. And like I said, some of you may be trying to still move ahead in that same energy, in that same belief system, or with that same person. And this is Spirit kind of, in a way, trying to warn you, no. You know, so let's see what that is. What is this? No, wait, postpone, pause, and say no. What is this message for? What is this pause? We have the Page of Cups. What is this pause for? What is this answer? No. We have the Hangman. So there's something here, this Hangman energy. And we have the Seven of Cups. Okay. So the Seven of Cups energy could be illusion, fantasy, confusion. This is Spirit saying there's something that you're not seeing clearly. Okay? There's something that you're not seeing clearly. I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm going to clarify that too. But we have the Page of Cups energy here, and also the Hangman. So whatever this situation is that you're feeling confused about right now, whether it is a career path or a relationship, a connection, some type of choice, this is Spirit saying your judgment is still clouded here. You're still being challenged by belief systems that may still be in place that you're needing to let go of, so that you are able to make a clear decision from a clear place. Because with that 10 of Wands, there's a lot of clutter. Okay? And so the Hangman energy is about you needing to shift your perspective a little bit. Okay, having a shift in perspective. So let's see what the Seven of Cups energy is here. Why is the Seven of Cups here? The Page of Pentacles. So this is some type of a new something that you're trying to start here. Something new that you're trying to start here. What is the Seven of Cups energy? We have the Nine of Swords, which is fears, something that you guys are anxious about, nervous about, something about the future. It could be something that you're planning. It could be something that you're wanting to move forward or move ahead with. And for some of you with the Page of Cups energy here, it can be something creative, something that you're wanting to do. And I almost feel like Spirit is saying, because that Queen of Swords is a very focused energy. It's almost like Spirit is with this Hermit energy here, Spirit is wanting you to kind of take a pause, okay? Because the Hangman can also be kind of looked at as a pause. Take a break for a second and work on having this change or shift in perspective. So something about your path at this time that Spirit is wanting you to focus on almost needs to be tweaked a little bit, okay? It's almost like there's something that you're wanting to either manifest or create, and it's almost like Spirit is saying, hold on, take some time to think about this before you do this. And it's not necessarily because it could be a bad idea, or that it's not going to work, or that there's something. It's almost like you're needing to think, I feel like the anxiety or the worries or the fear that you have surrounding it is making it so that you're not seeing clearly. Okay, so this could just be a little bit of a pause, that Hermit energy, take a little break for yourself, a rest, so that you are able to see a situation clearly. And I almost feel like it's because it's connected to the belief system here. I am seeing the Two of Cups underneath the deck. So for some of you, this is about a business, a partnership, or a romantic relationship. Okay? So if some of you are trying to move ahead with a person right now, that Spirit has been already trying to give you these signs. Don't go this way, or don't try to force the situation with this person right now. It could be that you're needing more time alone. You're needing more time for reflection, introspection, time alone, solitude with that Hermit energy here. Okay? If it is about a job, then it could be that this is Spirit wanting you to take some time, that if you pursue this job or this partnership here with a company or with a business or with a business partner, even for some of you, that this person, like I said, pay attention. If this, your gut feeling about someone, this is a need before you rush ahead. Take some time to really reflect or change, have a shift in perspective. If it's something that's already giving you anxiety or something that you're feeling uneasy about, trust what your body is telling you about this situation. Okay? So I am going to leave your reading here for you. Pile number 2. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 3. So for those of you that resonated with this little green, bluish green crystal here, this is going to be a reading. And we're asking Spirit today, what is the most important thing that you are needing to focus on at this time in your life? So we're going to go into your tarot first, and then we'll get your oracle cards out. So we have the 8 of crystals, or the 8 of pentacles. We have the King of Wands. We have the 5 of Swords. We have the Devil energy, and in this deck it is called Reclamation. We have the Star. And we also have the King of Cups. So we've got Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and then we also have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius energy here as well. So let's look at these oracle. So we have Broken Open with card number 28. We have card number 16 with Clarity and the Mountain. I'm feeling I'll put this here. We also have the Antelope and Wheat with Nourishment. We also have the card of Saturn, and it says feel restricted, experience struggle, learn hard work and patience. We also have card number 19 with Clover. And then we have card number 32 with the Alchemist. And there is a message on the back of this card, and we will look at that as soon as we get through the rest of your messages. Okay, so what is the most important thing you are needing to focus on at this time? The most standout thing to me here is that you have the 5 of Swords and the Devil energy here with the card of Reclamation. The 5 of Swords energy, for some of you, this could be that you have recently been dealing with some type of conflict. And this conflict could either be something of a struggle that you find within yourself, or this can even be with another person or even a group of people. The 5 of Swords can sometimes be a lot of our thoughts or even communication that we are outwardly projecting or inwardly projecting to be something that is creating challenge or conflicting thoughts or ideas about ourselves, about others, with something that we're dealing with within our life. And with the Devil energy here as well with Reclamation, the Devil can talk about addictions, attachments, unhealthy obsessions, limitations, fear, doubt, of things that we're dealing with within our personal life. And with this type of energy here in the center, this type of energy can sometimes make you feel limited, stuck, trapped, something that makes you feel oppressed, something that is holding, or even someone who is holding you back. The devil is also an illusion. It gives us the illusion that we are stuck in a place and that we have no ability to get ourselves or remove ourselves away from a specific person, a situation, or from a way of thinking, or even for those of you that struggle with addictions, drugs, alcohol, anything like that. So being that these two energies are here, and then we also have this energy of Saturn, which says feels restricted, experiencing struggle. So it could be that some of you are kind of feeling that the universe is really bringing you a lot of challenges right now. And a lot of those challenges could be, yes, things that you're dealing with other people or a specific person, or it could even be something that you're feeling just within yourself, like I just can't get past this, whether it is a wound or it's an addiction or it is an obsession or it's some type of attachment that you have to a specific person or an outcome, or if you are feeling kind of stuck in a toxic or karmic type of friendship, relationship, situation with the person, and there is a lot of conflict. There for some of you, a lot of words that are being exchanged that are creating this feeling of defeat. You're feeling defeated by something that you're going through within your life. Okay? And with you having this energy of Saturn here, and this deck actually has a really beautiful message that I want to read for you guys to kind of open this up a little bit more, because it also says learn hard work and patience. So with this, I'll just leave this here. With the energy of Saturn, it says Saturn is the hard-edged planet of tough love. In its realm, you feel an innate sense of lack, shortchanged, or even doomed. But through patience, self-discipline, and hard work, it's also where you experience profound growth. This planet is expressed in mythology as Kronos, the old king god linked to authority, tradition, and established institutions. He reflects triumphs earned through persistence and measured time. Wherever Saturn touches feels broken. Okay, wherever Saturn touches feels broken. And noticing that you also have this card here that says broken open. So we'll get to that message as well. And it says, but these restrictions are an energetic training wheel in place not to torture, but to teach. You're given pain, which forces you to look at wounds and fears, pushing you to grow, and you're given limitations, so you work methodically. Saturn illuminates the fractures of your soul that your soul wants you to reconcile in this lifetime, and these faced wounds need your sober attention to heal. So some of you, like I said, with this mention of sobriety here, some of you with that devil energy could be struggling with addictions, and whether those are addictions could be to a substance, to alcohol, to drugs, to something else, with addictions to shopping, to sex, to many different things, gambling, people, right? A person that you cannot break yourself away from, right? Even though you may know that that person or that friend or that family member is not good in your life, that habit that you have is not good in your life. This is saying that although a lot of this stuff that's coming up for you that you're going through at this time is something that's making you feel very discouraged, very hurt, very wounded. Those wounds and those things that you're acknowledging, those energies that you're dealing with and having to process, like this is saying, they're not meant to torture you. They're being highlighted in your lifetime at this time because they are things that you're meant to heal from. They're things that you're meant to not look at as, because many of us can go through a lot of very challenging things in our life with romantic partners, with our parents, with friends, with coworkers, with anybody that we're dealing with, right? And those things can be very overwhelming. They can create a lot of stress, a lot of heartache, a lot of pain. And we have a choice. We can either choose to look at those things as something and accept it as a wound and keep ourselves in that wounded energy, or we have a choice to take these things that we're being presented with in our life and learn from them and evolve and grow. So it is a choice. You hold on to it as a pain, as an addiction, as an attachment, as something that you do have the power, the ability to break yourself free from, or you can choose to keep yourself stuck in that energy. Okay? So again, you're given limitations, so you work methodically. Saturn illuminates the fractures of your soul that are needing to be reconciled in this lifetime, and these faded wounds need your sober attention to heal. Okay? They require you being present to look at what these situations are that you're dealing with, these people that you're dealing with, the romantic partners that you're dealing with, the friends, the coworkers, the family members, because these are things that, like this is saying, Saturn is a tough love planet. It's having to face them. It's having to deal with them. It's having to clear them karmically. So it says, where in your life do you feel a faded sense of lack? Where in your life do you feel deeply insecure or inadequate? Your guides know the tender nature of these questions and remind you the truth of your soul is innately whole and unconditionally worthy. Yet here on earth, human brokenness so easily hardens into shame. Can you shift your perspective and see any broken pieces as potent opportunities for growth? These fractures are perfectly designed by the all-loving universe and coated with medicine you need. Call on courage to commit to a healing path. Start by shining a light on the darkness within. What does it look like? Where does it come from? What do you see? This is the work your soul came here for, and the alchemy is your birthright, right? And that alchemy is, and I love that you guys have the alchemist here too, right? This is beautiful because yes, although these things are painful, they're challenging, they can be very traumatic, right? I said you have a choice. You can either choose to keep it as a wound and keep it something that restricts you and limits you and holds you back, and you succumb yourself to that life of sadness, of pain, of misery, of being held back by that experience that you go through. Or you can choose to look at it from a different perspective and choose to alchemize it. Right? Choose to transmute that energy into something powerful for yourself. And through this process of you facing what those challenges are, whether within yourself or with another person, with family members, with friends, that energy is something that you are learning to be patient with yourself through your healing process, through your growth. Okay? And you are transmuting this energy into that King of Wands, that King of Cups, okay? The star energy is all about healing. It's about hope. It's about faith. It's about trust in knowing that you have the potential to move beyond whatever these limitations are for yourself at this time, okay? We also have this energy here of being broken open, and broken open, for some of you, there could have been some very, very painful experiences that you've gone through with that energy. Things that completely broke you down and hurt you so bad that they just made you feel like you have nothing left of yourself to give to a person, to yourself even. Okay? But this energy of this broken open, she's sitting in the middle of a lotus, right? So just like the Saturn energy said, you are shining light on those broken pieces. From that experience with this card of broken open, no, you will never be the same person after the experience that you've gone through that has hurt you this way, that has, put you in a place where you're being faced with all of that inner conflict. You will never be that same person after that experience. Whether it is a loss of a relationship or a painful, traumatic situation that you've gone through, you're not meant to be the same person. Okay? You're not meant to be that same person that you once were, because this challenge that you're being faced with, this limitation, this attachment, this thing that is making you feel stuck or oppressed or lost, is meant to force you to grow, to shed light on the shadow, because the devil is also the shadow aspect of the self, the shadow energy, right? So you may feel, for some of you, my whole life has been a shadow. I've only experienced pain. I've only experienced loss. I've only experienced traumatic situations or painful situations or challenging situations, right? These things that we go through are meant to help us to grow, to help us to evolve, to turn into a more empowered, strong version of ourselves through that. And I love that you guys also have the clarity here with the mountain, the number 16. The number 16 is the Tower card in the tarot. Okay? The Tower is a very powerful energy that creates upheaval, that creates chaos in our life. It can come in and flip our world upside down and make us feel like our whole entire life has been broken apart. We don't know where we're going. We don't know why this has happened. We don't understand what's happening. Okay? So it could even feel like this chaos, this turmoil, this epiphany, and these realizations that you're having about these experiences are breaking down the old self. They're helping to break down these limitations, these attachments, these addictions, these fears, these illusions, to help you, to break you open, yes, right? But being that she's sitting in this beautiful lotus here, the lotus is something that grows in the darkness, the murky, muddy water, and comes out and blossoms this beautiful energy, this beautiful new version of you, the new version of the self. So like I said, you have a choice. You can either take these things that you're going through and choose to look at them and forever hold them as a wound that is keeping you stuck, blocked, stagnant, limited, attached, codependent, whatever that may be. Or you can choose to look at it from a place of, okay, I see you, universe. I see what you're doing. I see how this is playing out. And I am gaining the clarity through this process to understand what is required from my soul at this time during this lifetime. Okay? You gain clarity by being able to find a sense of peace and balance after the storm, after these things that you've gone through. Okay? So the Eight of Pentacles energy being here is about self-mastery. Self-mastery, which means that you are putting a lot of hard work into yourself. And some of you may feel like you're working overtime on yourself because of the things that you're going through with that devil energy. Whatever that is for you, if it's something within yourself, or if it's a specific person that you're dealing with that is toxic, that is karmic in nature, a karmic friendship, a karmic parent. So you are meant to take these things that have brought so much darkness or pain or trauma or tragedy in your life, and meant to evolve and have this rebirth as this new empowered version of yourself that is helping you to move towards this King of Wands and that King of Cups through this star energy of healing. This is also a reminder, because we have the Tower here, right? Card number 16, essentially. 16 is the Tower. The card after the Tower is the Star. Card 17 in the tarot. Meaning that after this chaos, after this storm, after this crazy, chaotic hamster wheel that we've been on of our whole life being broken down, things falling apart, the Star comes in. The Star is something that restores hope, faith, trust. It's a time for healing. It's a time for you to look within yourself to find that guiding light after your rug has been ripped out from underneath you, right? Your world has come crashing down. You've been in this situation for so long that for some of you, that's all you know. That's all you're used to, right? But that star energy coming in after this energy here is bringing the blank slate, right? She's surrounded in white, right? And white is a symbol of innocence, of purity, of being able to gain the clarity that you need by being able to see things clearly. How of what you've gone through, these experiences that you've gone through, how have my decisions and my choices led up to this energy? How have they led up to this point? Right? And so that star energy is something that comes in for you to kind of be restored with faith, with hope, with patience for yourself through this process, and to not allow yourself to get discouraged because of these things that you've gone through, because of the pain, because of the trauma, because of the situation that you could be dealing with a person, right? You come out that King of Cups, and that is where Spirit is wanting you to focus on. That King of Cups is healing, is compassion, is empathy, is unconditional love, and it is also emotional maturity. Okay? Emotional maturity. The King of Wands is this mastery of your spirit, of your own energy. It is you being a leader, you being the authority of your own life's direction. You finding the power, the confidence, the will within yourself to move yourself beyond any of these things, right? Limitations in the mind, limitations from a person that have been placed upon you, that have kept you here, right? So the focus here is for you that after this storm, after the crazy, after the chaos, after all of this drama or chaos, turmoil that you've experienced in your life, to trust that this is happening for a reason, that this is part of your soul's mission. This is part of your soul's experience in this lifetime, not meant to knock you down and keep you there. You are meant to rise. You are meant to mature. You are meant to learn from this experience. And through that alchemy, you are transmuting this energy into something powerful for yourself as that King of Wands and that King of Cups. And then we also have this clover energy here as well. And a clover is something that is very rare. Okay? Very, very rare. So this is also Spirit wanting you to know that even though you have experienced some of this stuff in your past, or even presently that you're dealing with, the clover is a reminder, just like the star that comes in after the storm that comes with the Tower energy, card number 16, right? It's the calm after the storm. The clover is this message for you at this time to let you know that there are positive changes. There are positive things coming into your life, right? You may feel like right now, I'm in the middle of this crap. I'm in the middle of this crap and I cannot see my way out of this. This is all that I can see right now. Is crap, is mud, is muck, right? This is Spirit wanting you to be able to look within yourself, to find that light within yourself and restore hope, restore faith in your soul's undoing of the old self and the rebirth of the new self, and understand that there is positive change coming into your life. Okay, this is also with this nourishment energy here, a time for nourishing the self, taking care of the self. Okay, and then with the alchemist here, right? And then we have card number 32, which reduces to a 5. The 5s in the tarot, challenges, conflict, right? It says, our enchanted world provides the means for transforming the lead-in aspects of daily life into the golden experience available to all, right? So you are transmuting this energy from the negative into the positive. And that is what Spirit is wanting you to focus on. Things will not always be this way, right? Have faith that this too shall pass. You will not always feel this way. You will not always be in this struggle unless you choose to, right? That devil energy is an illusion of you keeping yourself here. You do have the power to make your way out of it. Have faith that you will. Okay? The King of Wands energy is about you stepping up and having the confidence to lead yourself to a better place, to a better experience within your life. Okay? So, let's do some last messages for you, pile number 3. What messages for pile number 3? There is one. We have I'm sorry. And it says defenselessness, righting past wrongs, and uprooting. Okay, so the righting past wrongs part of this for me is a lot of the judgment energy. This is forgiving yourself, forgiving others, and letting go. Some of you with the defenselessness energy here, it could even be that you have been putting up a wall around others, being very defensive, coming across as very defensive. Okay, and this is a need for you to separate yourself from that energy. Okay, separating yourself from that energy, emotional maturity, emotional balance at this time that comes through the release, that comes through healing with this being broken open. Okay, so you're uprooting the old self, right? That tower energy that comes through. We also have healing the mother line. And it says healing, ancestral work, the mother line, and growing up. Some of you may be needing to shift focus towards healing the mother wound. Okay? If you don't really have a mother wound, then this can be really healing that nurturing feminine energy within the self. Okay? Let's see, what else? And we also have the second bloom. And it says a second chance, it's never too late, and new possibilities. Okay? And that second chance for this reading, I feel like, is for you. Okay? The second chance for you. Even when you've been met and faced with difficulties, with challenge, know that there is new blessings, opportunity for love, for career, for your path that is available to you. Know that it's never too late to remove yourself from this way of thinking or from becoming the victim, the wounded, into the wise, into the wisdom, into the knowledge, into the growth, into the new potential for this mastery that you are creating here. Okay? So I'm going to leave your reading here for you, pile number 3. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 4. So for those of you that resonated with this malachite, this is going to be a reading today, and we're asking Spirit, what is the most important thing in your life that you are needing to focus on at this time? So we're going to look at your tarot first, and then we will get your oracle cards out. So we have Justice. We have the 8 of Pentacles. We have the 4 of Pentacles. And I feel like I want to put this big one in the middle. We also have the Tower energy here with, in this deck it's called Revolution, but this is the Tower. We also have the Devil. And then, wow, we have Justice here twice. I love it. Okay. Let's see. So I do want to clarify both of these Justice cards since it did come out twice. But Justice is about karma, okay? Justice is about weighing your options, your decisions, your actions, your choices. Those of which could either be positive, could be negative. I'm also feeling like this is a lot of karma clearing that you are meant to focus on here as well. Okay? So let's look at these oracle cards. We have card number 39 with groundedness and gravity. We also have card number 16 with the royal you, and 16 is also the card of the Tower. We have card number 31, I believe, 31 with the turtle and the coriander with satisfaction. We also have House 12, spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing. And then we also have card 31 with the mushroom. And then we have card number 16. I love it. All this synchronicity here. So we have 3 16s here. Okay. And it says the hopeful. So, and I'm also noticing she's got this little tear coming from her eye as well. So there is a message on the back of this card that we are going to save for a little bit later in the reading. Okay. So what is the most important thing that Spirit is wanting you to focus on? Okay. I do want to clarify both of these justice cards, but like I said, justice is about karma. It is about the consequences of our actions and about us weighing our options very carefully to make the right decision, to do the right thing, and to bring balance, right? Fairness, justice, equality into our life. And being that justice is about karma, this can be about a focus on making the right decision. I'm noticing that you do have the devil here as well. Okay. And the devil is something that can create restriction, limitations, oppression. This can be attachments, unhealthy attachments, toxic karmic situations, or things that are kind of creating limitations for you. And that could be relationships, partnerships, friendships, family situations, self-limiting beliefs, fear, doubt that holds you captive, makes you feel or keeps you under the illusion that you are stuck, right? So being that you have justice here twice, and we do have this mention with House 12, which is karma here as well, transcendence of that. And I'm also noticing that in this card, there is also a bird cage with the door open. So I feel like what Spirit is wanting you to focus on is clearing yourself away from whatever these karmic decisions, connections, patterns of behavior, self-limiting beliefs that are not serving you. Okay? To let them go, to release them, to be able to see things clearly from a place of truth, of justice. Okay, so let's see, why is the justice card here for pile number 4? Why is the justice card here? We have the Page of Wands in reverse. Okay. And I'm actually going to pull another deck just to kind of give it a fair chance. Why is this Justice card here? Why is this Justice card here? The High Priestess. Okay. So we've got Libra energy here. We've got Capricorn energy. We also have Pisces energy here as well. Okay. So this Page of Wands in reverse, clarifying the Justice card. The Page of Wands in reverse can be this energy of fear that is holding you back from being able to start down a new path, a new journey, a new chapter of your life. And the devil can also be that thing that holds you, And I feel like because you do have the High Priestess energy here, this is, many of you that chose this pile are very intuitive. Very intuitive. And I feel like you have these ideas or plans or things that you're wanting to even accomplish or bring about change within your life or work within the self that you're wanting to accomplish. And at times, you may feel like your own belief system or a specific person, a specific situation that you're in is beyond your control to move through that, to move beyond it. And the Page of Wands energy, for some of you, you could have made the decision to not take certain actions, right? Choosing non-action or choosing to keep yourself in a place of fear or doubt over your own intuition. Okay? And I feel like what Spirit is wanting you to focus on is to learn to trust your intuition. Learn to allow your intuition to guide you into making the right decisions and to not allow yourself to be caught up in self-doubt, in fear, in limitations, whether those are your own belief systems or it is a specific person that you're dealing with that is extremely toxic or very karmic friendships, familial relationships that you have, or even partners, okay? So the Four of Pentacles energy here, the Four of coins in this deck, can be about when we get extra comfortable with where we're at and we don't want to make change, okay? We feel very cozy and just kind of like settle. And that settling could be in jobs. It could be a place that we're at in our life. It could be with a romantic partner. It could be a friendship that we feel like we cannot break ourselves away from, right? That Four of Pentacles energy brings about stagnancy within our life because it keeps us stuck. That non-action with that Page of Wands in reverse is us making the decision to not move forward, to not take action, to not start new, to not start over, to be of being afraid of taking a different path, right? And our intuition may already be telling us, go down that road, take that path. So this Tower energy here, being that we have the 16 here in the Tower, we have it here with this card, and where else was it? Here with the Hopeful. That Tower energy can sometimes be a wake-up call, a realization, an epiphany. It could be the universe trying to send you signs of some change that is needed, that is required, a need for you to break yourself free from the old ways of thinking, from a situation that's no longer serving, from a job that no longer fits, from a relationship that is not meant for you. Okay? The way that you may be going about life or about choices, about decisions, and not trusting intuition, right? That Tower energy can be sometimes a rude awakening. It can be something that creates chaos, turmoil, in your life that shakes your world up, right? You can experience many karmic cycles that you feel like, I can't get myself out of this, right? But if we would just listen to what our intuition is guiding us to do, that inner voice, right? Our intuition is always going to lead us into the right direction. And sometimes our intuition can be very strong and we can allow the ego to take over and to block us from being able to have the confidence to move forward along our path. Okay? So this mushroom energy here is Spirit saying that there are some choices, there are some decisions that you have made, either in the recent past or ones that you are about to make. Okay? The ones that you have already made, they may not have showed how they're going to affect you, right? And justice is about karma. The decisions and choices that you make, either non-action or by trusting your intuition, can either put you in a place where you're able to move forward in your life or where you stay stuck exactly where you're at, right? That mushroom energy there is letting you know that those choices that may be made from a place of fear, from a place of doubt, from a place of non-action, limitation, addiction, attachment, may not necessarily play out the best in your life. Okay? And you may be like, oh my goodness, why did I do this? Why did I choose to do this? Why did I choose to stay? Why did I choose to go to this thing or that thing? Or why did I choose to keep myself in this situation? Right? And those energies play out into our life. We see how these choices that we've made are impacting us in a negative way or impacting us in a positive way. Okay? So this is Spirit saying what's done is done. Some of you may have already made decisions in your past that have affected you in a negative way, right? They have made you feel stuck. They have made you feel like I can't get myself out of this. Or they could be decisions that are presenting into your life that are restoring hope, restoring faith, that things can be changed. Okay? But with the mushroom energy, it's also saying that these changes are already in motion. How they play out into your life, you have a choice, even after the fact, even after this choice or this decision that could possibly be affecting your life in a negative way. You have the ability to see and look at the choices, the pattern of behavior that you make with those choices, whether with friendships, with romantic partnerships, with a specific job, with anything that is going on in your life. And you have that choice to say, okay, you know what? I've learned that by not trusting my intuition, it gets me to this place that I don't want to be at. It brings more havoc, more chaos, more turmoil into my life. And I can either learn from that mistake and choose to make better choices moving forward, or I can keep myself stuck in this karmic toxic cycle that I've put myself into by the choices that I've made, and I continue to keep myself there and not learn from my choices that I've made, right? Because like I said, justice can affect us in a very positive way, where we get the justice that we deserve, we feel just in our actions and things feel balanced. Or we can make a negative choice, a choice that does not serve us, right? And that can play out into our life that brings about stagnancy, that brings about fear, that brings about limitations, that brings about us being afraid to let go of a comfortable situation with that Four of Pentacles, right? Because that Four of Pentacles energy, although we may feel stable, we may feel secure with where we're at, say not moving up in a company or holding on to that relationship that never is growing, never is evolving, never is taking it to the next level. We feel afraid of loss. We feel afraid of loss because we fear what the future holds. We fear what that decision might do, right? So versus listen to what our intuition is telling us, we choose a place of non-action with that Page of Wands. We choose to keep ourselves in fear. We choose to keep ourselves in doubt and not create a new story, not create a new beginning, right? So we're seeing how these choices are impacting us at this time. So with this House 12 being here, with what your focus is, that Tower energy for some of you can be a wake-up call. It can be a need for you to reflect within yourself. Am I leading with my intuition? Am I leading with my soul? Or am I leading my life from a place of fear, right? Because with these Justice cards, both being clarified, they're both being clarified in two very different energies. Positive with the High Priestess and the Justice card, where you're honoring your intuition and what your soul is calling you to do to bring about positive change. Or that Justice card there with the Page of Wands in reverse, where we lack the confidence in ourselves. We lack the energy to discover more about ourselves, right? Instead of keeping ourselves in fear, right? We make that decision with that little mushroom energy there. So with the House 12, this is going to be about you clearing those karmic patterns of behavior, and this is your focus. Okay, this is your focus. It's kind of having a wake-up call. It's kind of Spirit taking you during this reading and shaking you and saying, pile number 4, wake up. Think about your decisions. Think about your choices, your actions. Are you leading from a place of intuition, a place of logic, a place of rational mind? Or are you leading from a place of fear, of restriction, of limitation, of self-limiting beliefs, of keeping yourself in a place of settling for less than you deserve, right? Settling for less than you deserve with that Four of Pentacles. Although that place of the Four of Pentacles is cozy, it feels comfortable, it feels stable. Do we want more for ourselves? Okay, do we want more for ourselves? Do we want to get to this Eight of Pentacles, which is self-mastery, which is a lot of hard work, which is a lot of commitment, which is a lot of discipline, which is a lot of commitment that we make to ourselves to becoming a better version of ourselves? Okay, so that Four of Pentacles can sometimes be holding on to something or someone so tight, the old self, the belief system that doesn't work, the relationship that is not going anywhere, the toxic connections, the karmic relationships that were meant to grow and evolve and learn from, or that karmic energy, those karmic choices that we've made for ourselves that are keeping us stuck in this pattern, right? So your focus right now at this time is to heal those karmic wounds, to transcend the ego, the shadow aspect of the self that is keeping us stuck. Okay? That is keeping us stuck so that you can start to bring about more positive change into your life, positive decisions and choices from a place of going after what it is that you truly desire, right? Because that devil, although it can be negative, it can also be very positive, because it could be us being in our power and leading from a place of desire in which we want to create change and manifest change into our life so that we start to feel more satisfaction, more fulfillment within our life. Okay? We have this turtle here as well. So to me, it's for some of you, it could be that you feel like your life is kind of moving along very slowly, right? And we all know that story of the tortoise and the hare, in which the tortoise is kind of like so slow and he's moving and moving and moving, and the hare is moving at lightning speed, fast, right? But the tortoise is something that, even though you take the baby steps and you are committed to disciplining yourself towards listening to your intuition and about putting that hard work and dedication into the self, that you are uncovering this new version of self. You are learning how to make better choices. So even when you are being met with challenges and things that are kind of coming into your life and bringing about a lot of turmoil, a lot of chaos, that you have the ability to grow beyond these challenges, these changes that are taking place, and you are uncovering this new version of you. So you are transcending these limitations, right? And house 12 is the house of Neptune and Pisces. And so Neptune energy can create a lot of illusion, but it can also be a lot of very beautiful energy. So this is you making the sacrifice towards your healing, towards this karmic clearing, and releasing yourself, I feel like, from this place of fear. Now, because I said this house 12 energy with the energy of Neptune can create a lot of illusion, right? And that illusion could be illusion towards something about the self. It could be illusion towards a specific relationship. It can be illusion about anything going on in our life, right? So some of you may even be very psychic with this High Priestess Pisces energy and the house 12 here as well, or have a very strong Piscean placements there, okay? Grounding is something that is very important for you, okay? Grounding yourself. Because sometimes when we're coming from that place of fear, I'm feeling that this is connected to the root chakra. Okay, the root chakra is something at the base. It is the first chakra. It is located at our tailbone. And that chakra is something that develops in our early formative years. If we grow up in an environment that has been something that was neglectful, or no emotional connection, abandonment, scarcity. We grew up in a place where a parent was missing, or we lost a parent very early on in life, or we felt like our needs were not being met, right? We can lose our sense of stability and security within our life. We feel afraid, we feel fear, we are living in the ego, right? And the devil energy is a perfect example of that. We can live in limitation, in restriction. Okay, so grounding yourself is going to be something that is very important for you. I'm also feeling, because there is a bunch of planets here in this card, that I feel like for some of you, especially if you're very psychic, very intuitive, start to pay attention to how the planetary transits are affecting you and learn to work with those energies. Okay, learn to work with those energies for those of you that are interested in that. But grounding, I'm feeling like, is going to be something that is very important for you along your path. Okay, so the last one that I wanted to look at before we go into this energy here is this card that says the Royal You. And I'm actually going to read the little insert that this guidebook has for this card, so we can kind of open up this reading a little bit more. But it says the key concept of the Royal You is sovereignty, responsibility, self-confidence, self-rule, ownership of your feelings and actions, a quiet sense of empowerment, being self-aware, and not allowing outside influences out of alignment with your truth. And it says, do you know what it means to express personal sovereignty in your life? It's about how you hold to your inner sense of self-worth and integrity, secure in your belief that you have a unique purpose. It's about feeling comfortable in your own skin, knowing who you are, and that nothing outside you can challenge your authentic self and hard-won seat of awareness that you have earned. You are the ruler of your mind, and you're being invited now to consider what discipline you need to apply to your thoughts. Are they consistent with the values and beauty you intend for your life? It is important now to keep your focus on what is right and good for you as well as others. Challenges in your life at this time, no matter how large or small, must be met with a measured response. If life sends you a challenge, can you speak up and set your boundaries with grace and surety? Calm, intelligent leadership is called for now. Sovereigns know when to plan their battles, so stay out of unnecessary skirmishes and strategically wield your personal power. Now is the time to lead from the heart, from your authenticity and integrity. Hold your head high and know your worth. That is the mark of a true sovereign, okay? So this is beautiful energy here. So let's go into this last message here. And it says the hopeful, right? And it looks like she has this little teardrop, right? She looks like she's in prayer. She's hoping for something better, something to change, something to work out in her favor, being that we do have justice energy here twice. And it says the power of prayer and meditation can wake you up, renew your faith, help you attune to your needs and align with your deepest truths. Okay? So this is also Spirit wanting you to focus more so on bringing yourself into alignment with your intuition, with what your soul is seeking, is desiring at this time, and what your needs are. Prayer and meditation can be something that you introduce into your life that is very beneficial for you to help yourself get in alignment, right? And to take better look at those decisions or choices that you do make, and you learn from the ones that you made previously that did not give you the best results, right? So we learn from that experience not to make that decision from a place of fear, from a place of doubt, from a place of neediness, from a place of attachment, okay? From a place of scarcity, from a place of holding on to something, right? We have your life is a canvas, and it says artist, manifestation, and taking creative accountability, right? This is about you understanding that you are the creator of your life, of your experiences, and you have your choices here, right? You can choose to lead with intuition, or you can choose to lead from a place of fear, of limitation. And sometimes those limitations are ones that we will place within ourselves. Okay? So this is, for some of you, with that tower energy here, this reading is a wake-up call, right? It gives you a little bit of homework. Where am I at? How have these decisions that I've made in the last 2 months, 3 months, 3 years, how have those decisions put me in the place that I am in right now with these experiences that I have, right? How can I make better choices? How can I lead and live a more fulfilling life, right? This is Spirit letting you know, focus more so on the choices that you're making, on the decisions, on how you're leading, right? And not being held back to really empower yourself with that 8 of Pentacles energy of putting the hard work, of putting the discipline into you rebuilding the self in a positive way. You're taking accountability here for your actions, for your choices, for your decisions, and knowing that these will play out in your life, but you learn from them, right? If they're not the best ones. We also have Release the Petals, and it says transformation, death and rebirth, shedding, and all change, right? So for some of you, this can be a lot of releasing, a lot of unpacking stuff, a lot of unpacking childhood trauma, a lot of unpacking old wounds, a lot of releasing people who no longer are in alignment, right? Letting go of things that are not serving your highest good, right? So you're unpacking and releasing and going through your own death and rebirth here. Shedding away all of the conformity, all of the values and belief systems that you still carry that no longer work, right? They no longer work. We have the Sacred Waters, and it says nourishment, replenishment, health, rest, and self-care. Okay, so some of you may be also feeling called to water, to spend time by the ocean, by a lake, by a river, or even if you don't have that and you live in a desert like I do, you take a bath if you have a bathtub, right? You set the intention over that bath water that this is for the purpose of clearing your energy. You can even do it in a shower, right? That you are clearing this energy, you're releasing it, right? Because that's what your focus is for yourself at this time, is clearing those karmic patterns of behavior and transcending the ego, right? The ego that's leading from a place of fear, of doubt, of anxiety, of worry, of uncertainty, of limitations. And you are leading yourself into a place of replenishing the self. You are focusing on your health, physical, mental, emotional, taking the time for resting, right? Taking care of yourself, self-care. Self-care could include, yes, going out and getting a massage, but it can also be the act of cooking a meal for yourself, right? Giving yourself that time, reading a self-help book or journaling or talking about your feelings, talking to friends, talking to supportive people in your life, right? So I'm going to leave your reading here for you, pile number 4. And I will see you guys in the next reading. Hi, pile 5. So for those of you that resonated with this blue little crystal here, this is going to be a reading today, and we're asking Spirit, what is the most important thing that you are needing to focus on in your life at this time? So we are going to look at your tarot first, and then we will look at your oracle. So what is the most important thing? We have the Knight of Crystals, which is the Knight of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn energy. We also have the 9 of Cups. We have the Lovers, and I feel like I want to put this one in the middle, the Lovers. We have the Universe, which is the World card. We also have the Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then we've got Gemini energy with the Lovers. And then we also have the Devil, which is Capricorn energy. Okay. So I do feel like I want to clarify just a little bit. And I want to actually put out your oracle cards first before we do that. So we have card number 29 with Awakening Genius. We also have card 42 with Speed. We have the Crow and Dogwood with Intelligence. We also have Aquarius with Originality, Philanthropy, and Progressive Imaginings. We also have card number 1 with the Birch. And then we also have card number 29 with the Free Spirit. There is a message on the back of that card. So we will look at that after we kind of go through some of your messages here. So I do want to clarify some of this energy here, but I feel like I'm seeing the world energy here. So the world is about completing a cycle and about allowing for this new beginning to take place. And we have the Queen of Wands here, which is a very empowered energy of passion, of purpose, of drive, of confidence and power that you, I feel like, are meant to embody and to lead with at this time. And being that you kind of have like this new beginning, I feel like that is taking place here. I'm looking at this Knight of Pentacles guy here, and he looks like he's got this little energy ball that he's focusing all of his intention. It could be something that you guys are working on manifesting here. Some of you, it could be love, because we do have the Lovers here. Some of you could definitely be manifesting love. But I feel like Spirit is wanting you to focus on this time on your power, on you staying in your power, and about you pursuing passions, desires, goals. Some of you, yes, you are manifesting your person, your partner here with that energy. But the Lovers is also about finding balance within ourselves. Feminine, masculine energies, the shadow, the light energies, yin yang. And it's also about decisions, major life decisions that we are being faced with, that we feel like we need to make at this time. And being that we do have Awakening Genius, Aquarius energy here, the Free Spirit, we've got Intelligence here. I feel like you guys are very, very smart. You guys are very intelligent. We have this beautiful energy here, Awakening Genius, and then also the energy of Aquarius, which is very powerful, very free-spirited, and then we also have the Free Spirit card here. So I feel like Spirit is wanting you to focus, to keep yourself committed, dedicated, disciplined with what your goals, and even if you are moving slowly towards them, to continue to kind of keep up that power, that momentum, the desire, right? Because the Devil can also be very negative and very shadow aspect, and create limitations, right? But it's also, the Devil is also this very ego-driven energy, that helps us in a positive way to pursue, right? From a place of desire, of wanting something, going after something, right? Not giving up. So at times that Devil energy can be something very powerful to help us to achieve a certain goal, because we see it, we want it, and we are, wanting to manifest it into our life. So it can be very positive and very powerful in that respect. But the Devil can also be attachment, right? Attachment to a specific outcome. It can be addictions. It can be limitations, feeling oppressed, feeling stuck, feeling blocked, feeling that we have no control, that something is controlling us, that we are leading ourselves towards a place where we feel fear, we feel doubt that is holding us back, that is limiting us from our power, right? So if you feel like you're in that place where there are limitations that are there, or you do have attachments to a specific person or to a specific outcome unfolding into your life, that can also be a need for bringing that type of energy to an end, right? Because it may not necessarily be serving you, right? And we have this free spirit energy here, the energy of Aquarius, right? And also this movement that's happening here in this card of speed. So limitation is not something that we want for your pile. We don't want to be limited. We want to feel free. We want to, with the Nine of Cups energy here, this is also about personal fulfillment, satisfaction. And by us moving towards our desires and the things that we want to accomplish, the Queen of Wands is also incredibly creative energy, right? It is this creative driving force within us that says, I want this job, or I want to find and pursue a relationship that is healthy, that is balanced, that is, the Queen of Wands is on a mission. She is on a mission to accomplish and set out and not let any roadblocks that come along her path to stop her or to block her, right? So that devil energy could be, if there is some type of self-limiting belief or some type of attachment, right? That we have, that we're holding on to, and that may not necessarily be serving us, right? With us leading us towards success or fulfillment that we're hoping to find within our life. So I feel like as you create this new chapter of your life, this new beginning, that this is Spirit saying that you have the power to make decisions that are going to bring about a life that is filled with passion, with purpose, with balance. And through your commitment and through your dedication and focus, right? That fulfillment, that wish coming true is something that is possible for you. But with this energy here of speed, I'm also feeling like this could be Spirit saying a need for slowing down, right? Sometimes we rush to do something because we feel like we have to rush in our life, right? So that can be a need for us to just kind of slow down and think about those decisions. Think about where we're directing our energy with that Queen of Wands. So if you feel like you are someone who has a tendency to kind of rush through life or rush through decisions, that can be a need for you to really kind of focus more on paying attention, right? Pay more attention to how you're leading your life at this time. We have this beautiful free-spirited energy here. So again, I feel like this devil energy being here is kind of like, it's not what we want. It's not what pile 5 needs in a way that if this is some type of limitation, that this is your soul really calling you to be more free in a sense because of this free-spirited energy that comes with Aquarius and also with this free spirit card. This can be a need for you, for some of you, to take action, right? To look at which the speed you are moving within your own life. And the free spirit energy kind of reminds me of the Fool in the Tarot, in which you are stepping outside of your comfort zone, right? You're not afraid of taking a risk. You're not afraid. And that Queen of Wands energy, she's not afraid either, right? And I say she because the Queen of Wands is a feminine energy. Doesn't really matter what gender you are. The Queen of Wands is that feminine aspect of that passion that we have within, that any one of us can embody. So this free spirit energy to me is about you allowing yourself to just kind of be led with passion, with purpose, with drive, with power, with confidence, in your decisions, and knowing that they will, through your hard work and dedication, that they will get you to that place that you are seeking, right? That emotional fulfillment that you are wanting to bring about in your life. And I feel like Spirit's saying here with the awakening genius, and I'm actually going to read you guys this message here with this card because it has a really great message. But we have intelligence here, and I feel like this is Spirit saying we have a crow here as well, and a crow is also this symbol of magic and of mystery and of intuition. And so I feel like you guys are very intelligent, some of you very psychic energy, and you're needing to allow that to lead you, right? Away from fear, away from restriction, away from attachment, away from doubt, illusion, and to really step into your power, okay? So let's clarify. I want to clarify the devil. Why is the devil energy here? We also have the Page of Swords in reverse. Okay, so I almost feel like this restriction or this limitation is the thinking. And with Spirit saying you're awakening your genius, right? You're awakening your genius. You have intelligence here. And this Aquarian energy here, which is also very, very, very witty, very smart, very quick-minded. I feel like the limitations are on, it could either be the thinking that you have right now that is needing a little bit of a shift, okay? Because the page could be not really saying that how do I want to say this? I feel like there is a need for improving the way in which your thought process is. And because it's coming with the devil, like I said, the devil energy can present those limitations to our actions, to our words, to our communication. And that communication and words can be something that we are directing towards other people, or it can be those words that are directed towards ourselves, right? So it almost gives me this energy here where you guys are not seeing the power, the intelligence that lies within you, okay? There is, I feel like, a certain shift in perspective that is needed for you to help you to get more in alignment with more mature thinking in a way. For lack of better words, I'm struggling here. I'm trying to get this right. I feel like the devil energy, being that it is something that causes or can create the illusion of limitation or restriction or oppression, I feel like that those limitations are affecting the way that you are communicating either your desires, right? So it could be like if somebody asks you, what do you want to do? Like, what is your plan for your life? Who do you want to become? Or what do you want to do? And you kind of feel like, I don't know what I want. Or you feel afraid even. You feel afraid to express yourself. You feel afraid to speak your needs or to speak your desires or to find your voice of authenticity, of truth. So that way is the way that I feel like the maturity level in terms of your thoughts, of your words, and the way that you communicate with yourself or with other people, right? And those thoughts that are directed toward yourself could be feeling, I'm not good enough, or I'm not good at that, or I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't tell this person how I really feel, or I don't really know what it is that I like or what it is that I want. I don't know what I desire, right? So we're maturing in a sense that we're letting go of these restrictions that are holding us back from being able to kind of listen to our inner voice, right? That Page of Swords in reverse can sometimes be that immaturity in our thoughts, in the way that we're thinking about things, in the way that we're expressing things. So we're learning how to better ground our energy, right? We're learning, in a sense, also because I'm looking at the speed here, not to make quick decisions, choices without thinking about things very clearly, right? Because I feel like you have the opportunity here, being that you have this end of this cycle and this new beginning, you have this power within you to lead from a place of power, right? In that Queen of Wands. So any type of limitations that you feel right now that are centered around the way that you're thinking, around the way that you're speaking, whether to yourself or to other people, right? This is now time for you to mature in a way that you're thinking, your thoughts, your way that you're expressing yourself with your words towards other people. You're learning how to communicate, right? You're learning how to communicate with other people. You're learning how to say what you feel, to say what you think, and you're not being afraid. You're not being held back by anything or anyone that helping you to get to that place. Okay? So that's how I feel like this devil energy is limiting you in a way. And so because we have this awakening genius here, it's kind of like you're learning, your thinking is evolving. The way that you think about, say, situations or problems or conflict or challenge that in your life, that you're going to be able to remove yourself from that energy, right? That cycle being something that you bring to an end. And by you focusing more clearly, right, from a place of intellectual maturity, right, that comes along with that Page of Swords, you learn to find your voice. You learn to use your voice. You learn to set boundaries. You learn to tell people exactly what you feel and exactly what you think, and not feel like because you express yourself that you're not going to be heard and you're not going to be seen. And if you feel like the people that you're communicating with are not giving you, are not listening, they're not hearing you, what your concerns are, what your goals are, what your passions are, what your dreams are, and they're not in alignment with you, this can also be a need for you to kind of find your voice and to speak your needs and to let a person know how you feel and what you want and what you require, right? So a lot of maturity, I feel like, is happening for you with you kind of awakening this energy here. It's kind of like Spirit is saying, you are so intelligent, you're so smart, and you have the power to really create and manifest all of your dreams, all of your desires. So I definitely feel like there, for some of you, that Page of Swords energy in reverse could be just kind of a blocked, it could be blocked, I don't know, I'm kind of getting like blocked throat chakra, blocked third eye energy, in which the ideas, the words, like putting things together, right? Like you may be somebody who's like really good at writing, like writing out your feelings, expressing yourself in writing, but maybe not the type of person to express yourself in front of someone, right? You kind of feel like I can do this better on a piece of paper rather than sit in front of someone and tell them how I feel. I can't do that, right? So to me, it's you learning and finding and working on your confidence, your power, your self-esteem, your self-worth, your value, and what you bring to the table, right? Because this is Spirit saying you are intelligent, you are awakening your inner genius inside. You have, I feel like, a very different way of thinking than most people. And this is something that you're needing to really work on, because I almost feel like this is your best gift. This is like your best talent, is these forms of expression. And it could be that it is a little bit difficult for you to kind of find the right words of expressing yourself, or the thoughts may kind of get a little bit jumbled and a little bit clouded. And I feel like also this openness to learning, right? Because the page is also a student. It's the energy of a student. It's you taking in the information. So I'm also feeling that because this page is in reverse, that you could be kind of blocking certain things out by choice, I feel like, right? And that could be because of that devil energy, those self-limiting beliefs that you have or may have that are not allowing for you to kind of open up your true power, your true potential with this. Okay, so I want to kind of go right into this message actually because of that Page of Swords in reverse. So awakening genius, and it says the spirit of creative expression, bringing forth new information, birthing, knowing that your ideas matter. And it says the ancient Greeks believed that each person had a specific genius that acted like a spirit guide, inspiring you with new ideas to further your evolution as an individual as well as the evolution of all humanity. You could say that genius is the spirit of creative expression. And when you tune into it, amazing things happen. When your genius awakens, you realize you do not have to do everything yourself. You have an inspired, dedicated, wise helper on your side. Today, can you imagine cultivating a playful relationship with this extraordinary spirit? If you can, you'll recognize that you don't have to solve every problem with only the knowledge, memories, and experiences you already have accrued. Your intellect, in this case, serves as a channel for this spirit of genius, and it can filter in new information. How you forge this connection is to get out of your own way and simply allow it to work through you. The word genius comes from the Latin geniere, meaning to bring forth or to birth, and shares the same root as the word generate. You are at this moment about to give birth to a new mode of expression, and a powerful one at that. Commit to partnering with your genius, and only deep satisfaction and success will result. Today is a day when your inspired ideas matter. Okay, so like I was saying, like that Page of Swords in reverse, there is this blockage there in terms of the way that you are able to express yourself. And I feel like because that devil energy is there, could be certain limitations, certain restrictions that are there, your own self-limiting beliefs that are blocking you from being able to truly step into your power and to creatively express yourself, right? And this is Spirit saying, in order to remove that blockage, you have to get out of your own way, right? You have to get out of your own way. And that devil energy could be that cage that you're keeping yourself in, right? Because the devil is an illusion. It is an illusion that is making us feel like we are stuck, we are restricted, we cannot get ourselves out of this, right? We have the power to do so. And that is what Spirit is wanting you to focus on, is learning to remove these limitations and these blockages to the way that you are able to express yourself, to speak your truth, your opinions, your everything about you and who you are, and taking all of this information. So like I said, I kind of feel like you guys are definitely a work in progress in terms of the way that you're able to express and communicate, and ideas that you have, and innovation, especially with this Aquarius energy here. And if you feel like you are moving too quickly or not thinking about the decisions that you make, right, very clearly, because maybe some of those decisions or those thoughts that you have are coming from a place of limitation, of restriction. And, it could be that this is a need for you to just kind of slow down. Okay, what am I doing? What is my plan? What do I envision for myself? Okay, so we have this energy of the birch here as well. And the birch is really a tree that is the first tree in the forest or in the land to lose its leaves, and it's also the first tree to gain its leaves back. Okay, so this is also letting you know, being that you do have the world energy here, and birch is card number 1. This is new beginnings for you, right? This is time for you to focus on recreating your new story, your new chapter, putting the focus behind allowing yourself without the restriction and moving more into this free-spirited energy, right? And that free spirit reminds me of the Fool. It is also number 29, which reduces to an 11, right? With those ones being there, we've got ones here. Where else? This is card 29 too. 29 and 29. So for some of you, that can be a specific number. Maybe you are, for some of you, seeing 1111 a lot. That is kind of helping you, right? 1111 is the universe's way of trying to get our attention, right? When you are noticing and you're seeing the number 1111, or any number for that number, repeatedly, that is the universe's way of getting our attention. What are we needing to focus on at that time? When you see those numbers, those synchronistic numbers that come about, pay attention to where your thoughts are at in that moment. Okay? Pay attention to your thoughts. If you notice that you're in a slump that day and you're kind of thinking a lot of negative things, right? The 1111 is like Spirit saying, hey, pay attention to those thoughts. Where are those thoughts coming from? Are they rooted in self-limiting beliefs? Are they rooted in fear? Right? So to me, that Page of Swords is a blockage that's there. And it's one that you are meant to break yourself free from in that free spirit energy. The Fool is this energy that is without limitation, without restriction. It is a very free-spirited energy that is open to new experiences, open to learning, open to discovering, right? Parts of yourself. You are awakening your genius here, is what Spirit is saying. You are someone who's very intelligent. And let's look at this card here. It says, you can only change yourself. Now is the time to unleash your free spirit. Not try to blend in and be the same as everyone else, right? And I wouldn't expect any of you that are in Aquarius to blend in with anyone, right? You are your own energy, right? Those of you that may also have strong Aquarius in your chart, right? Aquarius is really like this very unique. My son is actually an Aquarius. My son is an Aquarius. He's a life path 11. Life path 11. So very, very gentle, sweet, loving, free-spirited, beautiful energy, right? That comes along with that. And I feel like this is Spirit saying I almost feel like it's like Spirit is saying pile number 5 cannot even see this power and this beauty that lies within them, right? And so that message to slow down, I almost feel like slow down in your life. Don't feel this need to rush, right? Take time to really enjoy your experience and take in all of that energy, all of this, what you are creating. You've come to the end of maybe a very challenging chapter for some of you in your life. And you're kind of embarking on this new beginning of the self and discovering who you are. You're finding your power. You're, focusing on all of these energies here, what it is that you're manifesting. And this path moving forward for you is one that you are meant to live your best, your fullest, your most authentic life that brings about happiness, fulfillment for you. And if there's anything in your life right now that is bringing in confusion or chaos or drama or, and sometimes, like I said, that devil energy can be our own self, our own thoughts that are keeping us there, right? That is you slowing down and looking at how those limitations are holding you back. And starting today, you create this new beginning for yourself where you're no longer keeping yourself under that devil energy in that cage, right? You're freeing yourself in this beautiful energy here and staying true to you, authentic to you, and finding your voice, using your voice, right? And I feel like being that the energy that is here, it's quite a powerful one that is meant to be seen and meant to be stand out like that Aquarius. It's just reminding me of my son so much. It just meant to stand out, right? So we're maturing, we're learning, we're growing, we're evolving, and we're creating a life that is abundant and fulfilling, and one that you are happy of. You're proud of everything that you accomplished. Okay? So we're going to do some last messages here for you, pile number 3. Any other messages I'm sorry, I called you pile number 3, but we're doing 5 piles today. So pile number 5. Any other messages that Spirit has for you? We have you're not for everyone. And it says embrace your weirdness and face your true north. Right? And like I said, this Aquarian energy, this awakening your genius, this free-spirited energy, right? This is you understanding that don't try to fit yourself into this mold, right? That limitation. Don't try to put yourself into conform into this box of the way that people say that you should be, or that you should this, or that you should that, right? You are your own person. And if someone doesn't like you, and if they tell you they don't like you, or they don't, whatever, they can go kick rocks. They can go kick rocks, and you can find somebody else. You can find some new friends, a new tribe. We also have perspective here. And it says none of this matters. And it says zoom out and finding common ground. Okay? So for some of you, it could be that you are really focused on things that you don't need to focus on, right? And this is Spirit kind of wanting you to take a step back, gain some perspective, get yourself grounded, and not worry about all of the uncertainties with life, the great mystery, the unknown, right? So let's see. And feel confident, right, in yourself that you're being led on the right path. Let's see. We have fall into my arms, and it says surrender, holding the opposites and the extremes of life. Okay? So the surrender is also about not trying to force, not trying to control situations, right? But also know that we do have to keep ourselves accountable for our decisions, for our choices, right? Because they can impact us in a very positive way or also a very negative way, depending on how we allow those limitations to interfere in our life, right? Not feeling confident in our decisions, not feeling confident in the actions that we take, or the words that we communicate, or the way that we express ourselves. Okay? Understanding that, yes, there are going to be extremes of life that you go through, sometimes very positive and sometimes not so great, right? But you are surrendering to the flow of that and understanding that you have the power to change your thoughts, to change your thinking, and to change your actions and your decisions, right? Anything that is not in alignment with you, let it fall away, right? Let it reveal itself to you that it is not meant for you, that it is not in alignment for you, so that you can pave your own way, like that Aquarian energy, right? Doing its own thing, its own free-spirited type of energy. Okay? So I'm going to leave a reading here for you, pile number 5. I hope this is helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading.